Right now, Bitcoin is creating another insane bull flag here on the 4-hourly time frame, and in this exact video, I will be talking about this pattern that currently is playing out on Bitcoin. I will be talking about the price targets of the previous bull flag and what the price targets could be of this exact breakout. Also, I will be discussing the falling wedge breakout and much more important things to look at, because currently there are so many important things going on. I will talk about my trade, how I am planning to scale up my trade, and this breakout of the S&P 500. So many things to discuss. Don't forget to slap up that like button on today's update video. Can we once again smash it back above 400 likes? That will be absolutely incredible. And let's dive straight away in towards the content, because once looking at that imminent short-term target of Bitcoin, yesterday we talked about this potential falling wedge pattern on Bitcoin, and like you can see, at the exact point we start to be breaking out of the falling wedge, we move towards the upside. We had the retest of the downward sloping resistance line that then flipped into support, and like you can see, straight away afterwards we moved towards the upside. And the price target that I talked about yesterday was somewhere around the 23.2k, and right now I am still waiting for this price target to be hit. So right now I am still anticipating that this target on the 23.2k is going to be hit. However, it could maybe take another few hours before we're going to be potentially hit this target. Right now as well, at the same time, we can start to see, if we're looking at the 4-hourly time frame, that we're creating a new bull flag here on the 4-hourly time frame. Like we do know, previously around we created a bull flag. I talked about this pattern many times before. The price target of this bull flag is somewhere around $25,000, like you can see right here, 25.3k. And yeah, if we're going to be having a breakout of this bull flag right here, we're going to also measure the price target, and look where it comes in. It comes also in around 25.3k, a little bit higher, 25.4k, but basically these bull flags got the same price target. So that is absolutely insane. So if this bull flag breaks out, it basically reached the price target of this previous bull flag. How big of a coincidence is that? So currently still targeting $25,000 for Bitcoin. If we do break above this downward sloping resistance line on the top side, where we already got rejected from, and if I'm zooming in, you can clearly see it, not only once right here, not only twice, not only 3 times, but 4 to 5 times we already got rejected by this level. So if we manage to break above the downward sloping resistance line, we could see a potential breakout towards the upside, and that follow through towards $25,000. And the reason why I think $25,000 is so important is because the $25,000 0.3k is significant resistance for Bitcoin. You can clearly see it if I'm zooming out, quickly looking at the daily time frame. Let me go to this chart right here. You can see the $25,000 was of course the low of the Luna crash, and also the high of the previous, basically move towards the upside. We got rejected by this level, and then we had that significant movement towards the downside, towards approximately $80,000. And like you can see, the $80,000 flipped then into resistance again, and once we broke above it, we once again started to see that continuation towards the upside. So right now, what is interesting to see is that the daily candle closed above this red line right here, and this red line right here is very important. You can see it first of all on the 4-hourly time frame. First, it provided resistance, then we broke above it, it flipped into support, and right now we're bouncing from it. And look at the 4-hourly time frame, how important this red level is, right? So first of all, we saw right here big rejection on Bitcoin. Then right here we saw, of course, big support getting found, and once we broke below it, a big crash towards the downside. Big support right here, big resistance and support, resistance and resistance right here. So this 4-hourly level, the 22.8k, is very important, and like you can see, we broke above it, flipped it into support, and right now we're already starting to move towards the upside. So that is a very good development to see right now happening in the 4-hourly time frame. Still, I want to point out that I said this yesterday, that currently I am seeing some weakness, some potential weakness in this trend, because currently we saw Bitcoin with absolutely parabolic, it slowed down, then had a slower and a less strengthy parabolic run up. And if we right now, once again, seeing that slowdown here, and if the next run up is going to be even weaker, we're basically seeing a losing of momentum structure, right? The run ups are getting weaker and weaker, and that could be a signal that the parabolic could end. And if we really are going to be having a retracement towards the downside, what is really the target that I'm willing to long Bitcoin? It's going to be the top side right here. It's going to be this previous high, like you can see here, this previous high right here, this top right here, that is somewhere around 21.4k. So if Bitcoin comes in towards 21.4k to 21.2k, that is going to be levels where I will be liking to add more margin towards my trade. So that's exactly also what I will be doing. So if Bitcoin in case is going to be having that crash towards the downside, moves down to $21,000, what is a significant movement towards the downside, because from up here it could be like a 7 to 8% move towards the downside. So that's quite quite significant. But if we do come down, I'm going to scale up my longs. I'm going to add more margin towards my trades because currently I'm only long with $114,000 and I'm willing to scale up this trade because I've been waiting for it and I really want to scale up this trade because it could bring me even more profits, and that is exactly what I want to be doing. If you are not in a long position yet so far, the 21.4k to 21.2k could potentially be an extremely good opportunity to get your entry in towards the market. Make sure to do your own research, make sure to do your own analysis as well on this market. But if you are interested in trading, you can right now also claim a $30,000 deposit bonus if you sign up an account on Bybit. That is the exchange I'm currently also using the link in the description. So make sure to check it out. It's still valid right now here. And if you're in the US, you could check out BitGet. BitGet also allows you to get a $20,000 deposit bonus and 2 weeks of no trading fees. And it allows you to trade from the US without KYC, without VPN. So make sure to check it out right now in the link in the description. But the reason why I am still willing to scale up my trades is also partially the S&P 500, because look at this. The S&P 500 officially broke the 400-day downtrend. That is absolutely crazy. And right now, finally, we're breaking above it. Still, I am looking a lot at the Nasdaq as well. And the Nasdaq so far is, of course, bouncing from that crazy legendary support line. This support line has been holding us up for more than 13 years, like you can see. That is absolutely mental. And I think still it's a good buying opportunity for, let's say, the coming 2 to 4 years around this level. Also for the Nasdaq, also for the S&P 500, there are many opportunities. And yeah, because the Nasdaq is, of course, more of tech stocks, it could also mean that Bitcoin could move up from this point if the bounce really is going to be happening. What I'm looking at for the Nasdaq right now is a potential break above that 12k here. If we do so, that's going to be extremely exciting because currently we're creating a W right now here, and if we break above this W, it could be very bullish for the Nasdaq. And if the Nasdaq moves out, usually Bitcoin tends to follow as well. So I'm going to keep my eyes closely on this chart as well. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel right now because then you will stay up to date exactly on this potential Nasdaq breakout as well, because I will keep you guys exactly up to date about this chart as well. And right now we're extremely close towards 100k subscribers, only 1500 away from it. Could we reach it? That will be absolutely amazing. I'm going to do some crazy giveaways if we do hit this target. I can't wait for it, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel right now. And yeah, for that as well, you're going to stay up to date about the market, and that is a thing you really want to do here. And right now, many people are starting to get anxious that Bitcoin is overbought. Bitcoin is starting to get overbought, and it's a bad thing. Everyone is saying Bitcoin is overbought, so we should maybe take it slowly. And then I was looking at the 3-day time frame. I opened up the 3-day time frame, and I thought, okay, let me compare all the times that Bitcoin started to become overbought on the 3-day time frame, and let's see what happened, right? And that's what I'm currently doing. So let me first of all look at the bull market here in 2017. Once we went overbought, it was basically the signal of a continuation towards the upside. Let me look then at the 2019 bear market right here. Once we went overbought on the 3-day time frame, that was basically the signal that the recovery really started. At the point we were getting overbought, that was the point where the run-up really started. And we stayed overbought for quite a while. And to be exact, we stayed overbought for an approximately 84 days here, what is absolutely epic. Then here we were overbought for a very short period of time, but still we moved towards the upside after we were overbought. Then in the beginning of the bull market, we started to become overbought, and we stayed overbought also for like 80 or 90 days, and we had a significant rally from approximately $10,000 towards $40,000. Then we went down again, went overbought again, and every single time we started to get overbought, that was actually the signal that you should have been buying, right? That's very weird to see. Not for the whole time. It's probably going to come down again, just like it did over here. Boom. In the end, it came down. In the end, came down. And also probably right here, in the end, it will come down. That is not what I'm saying right now, but we are currently at the beginning stage, and this could definitely take longer. We could definitely stay overbought for quite a while, and we could definitely experience even more bullish momentum, even though we're overbought. Overbought is just a signal that right now the bulls are in control. So this is definitely an interesting signal that currently is flashing. I don't know how long it's going to last. Maybe it's going to last just as long as right here, could be, or just as long as right here. But at the previous bear market recovery, we stayed overbought for 87 days. So we could stay overbought for 87 days yet again here. So make sure to be prepared for that. Overbought is not necessarily a selling signal, but it's definitely an indication of where the market is standing in terms of its strength right now here. Then looking at the legendary support line, we've talked about this level several times on the channel, and it's still bouncing from it. It's still bouncing from it. And if we ever touch it again, you will be the first one to know on this channel. I discussed it absolutely legendary support line every single day once we were trading around it right here. I talked about it that I was buying my Bitcoin long position that currently is in a $40,000 profit, of course, and I talked about that this was of course a good DCA opportunity, and like you can see, it's bouncing from it. And if we will ever touch it again, you will be the first one to know here on the channel, so don't forget to subscribe right now here. And the last thing I want to discuss here is basically the monthly MACD for Bitcoin. So let me quickly open up the MACD for Bitcoin. And if you're looking at the MACD on the monthly time frame for Bitcoin, it is absolutely epic, because currently you can see that the MACD on the monthly time frame is crossing, right? It's about to cross also this monthly candle. It's absolutely epic. But look what happened at the previous bear market. Basically at the point where it started to become light red was on this candle right here. So this candle right here, boom. And that was basically also the confirmation of the end of the bear market, right? And then also right here, this was the confirmation for us, but then still, there was this candle right here, but then still we had the FTX collapse, and that was of course a black swan. Couldn't necessarily have anticipated the FTX collapse. So right now we're also recovering very quickly from that collapse, but this is definitely a signal of the end of the bear market, especially if we do have the crossover that happened right here. It's already too late. The bear market is already officially over, and right now we're coming closer and closer towards that crossover. My anticipation is that the crossover is going to happen in somewhat of 3 or 4 months, so somewhere in July or June 2023. But this is definitely very exciting to look at, and the monthly candle for Bitcoin is absolutely epic. This is definitely a recovery candle, like crazy. And right now we're only 7 days away before closing the monthly candle, so things are looking epic. Things are looking good for Bitcoin. We will closely monitor the next potential bull flag for Bitcoin that could be playing out right now here. I am going to keep you guys up to date exactly what is playing out right here, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel. But anyways, this was it for me on today's update video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.